What was the last show you binge-watched? For years now, TV has been the new silver screen, with many Hollywood stars choosing television over movies. The Split is one of those shows that has captured that at-home audience, including me. I spoke to the director Dee Koppang and actor Fiona Button, who you may know as Rose.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh, God.
Rose?
No, it's me. I've been putting out these really confusing vibes.
I was going to ask if you could babysit tonight. I've got a date.
OK. Right, well, yes, of course, because you're a normal human being.
Dee and Fiona, thanks so much for coming in today to talk to me about The Split. You are to blame for me being very tired at work because I binged-watched this and stayed up to 3 in the morning. So it's all your fault that I've got bags under eyes. But it's an absolutely brilliant drama about divorce. I think it's been really popular from what you're saying in terms of how many people have watched it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I absolutely loved it. And we'll get into a bit more of the characters and as we go along. But Dee, let's start with you, because it was your debut as a director.
Yeah.
And it's been, as I said, really successful. Did you expect to get this type of reception? Like, when you were making it, did you think, this is good stuff?
I mean...
Every day.
Every day, yeah, especially her scenes. Gold. No, I mean, the response has been extraordinary. I think it's been quite overwhelming, actually. I knew it was a really loved show, which is always slightly terrifying, because when you come onto something that's the third season and you know how many people love the show, you feel a little bit like you've joined the relay race and you're doing the final, 100 metres and you're about to be handed the baton and you've just got this fear of just don't drop the baton at the last sort of hurdle. But yeah, so I definitely felt the pressure of that. But I knew it was special when we were shooting it, and I loved the script so much, and Abby's scripts are incredible, and obviously to be working with such a great cast, I hoped it would do well, but it has definitely exceeded all sort of expectations. Yeah, I think it's been quite amazing how well it's been received.
And you didn't drop the baton. In fact, I reckon you smashed the race.
She overtook all the other runners.
And Fiona, you're Rose in the series. You're the youngest daughter with these two sort of power sisters. But my view of it was that you are the kind of warmest character, really. What was it like going through the 3 series? Because Rose has a really difficult time in the 3rd series. She struggles with infertility and then she loses her husband. Was it hard to play those scenes? They made me cry. They were very emotional.
Yeah, I was pretty... I mean, I've said it before, I was pretty intimidated by the scene where she finds out that her husband has died. Yeah. I mean, it's like a mixed blessing, because you get that as an actor, you get something really big happen to you, something, tragedy, and you're like, yes, great, I get something to get my teeth into, and then, oh, God, actually, but I've got to do it, and I've got to do it well, and I've got to do it believably and do justice to, viewers who've watched it, who've lost... their partners, and then it just is terrifying. So I was terrified. But it kind of helped, in a way.
And Dee, on the subject of divorce, you might think of it almost as a subject of box office poison. I mean, it's something that many people go through, but it's a horrible experience.
Yeah.
But in this series, as I was saying, the characters are relatable, they're struggling with problems that many people struggle with. Divorce has actually been quite a fertile subject to tell stories about, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And I mean, obviously, it's a testament to Abby's incredible writing with this. But and obviously this was always supposed to be a 3-series show, which was always supposed to be, can you have the good divorce? So obviously that was really the aim of it.
I think also her aim was, I think. The reason why perhaps there haven't been many dramas about divorce is because there's always a certain amount of shame that's attached. And so people don't really want to talk about their own divorce, but it just so happens that 1 in 3 marriages end in divorce.
You don't have to be a family lawyer from London in a really fancy house. I think it's really a look at love and family and the messiness of life, and it doesn't really matter where you're from or what your background, but it's, you know, it's love, family, relationships, divorce, affairs, trying to get pregnant, losing a baby. It's, you know, it's something that everyone is relatable for lots of people. And it feels very raw as well, very raw and very real. And I think that's a testament to Abby's writing, is she's got this such a way with words that it's her dialogue is so real and so relatable.
Yeah. Second visit in as many weeks?
Yeah, it's just clearing out James's stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Very efficient.
Yes, they do that.
Yeah.
Must have been hard.
Oh God, no. Been longing to get rid of some of that stuff for ages. 70s Afghan coat was never coming back in.
A lot of the projects you've been involved with, be it The Split, Bridgerton, The Crown, they're female-led. Is that something important to you, working on projects that are predominantly about promoting women, or did it just happen by chance?
I think it's a combination of the two. I think it's slightly started off by chance, but I guess it's what you're attracted to and what you're kind of interested in and what sort of, piques your interest, really. But yes, I guess that's probably the thing that turns my head the most, but obviously not just exclusively on female projects in the future. But I think coming on board this show was really exciting because it's a really strong female team, female, Abby Morgan, female writer, creator, exec, two female execs, Sister Pictures, who are, very strong female-led production company. It was lots of strong women in great positions making this.
Female grip.
Yeah. Female grip as well. Yeah, which is really rare for us to have a key grip who's a girl. So, yeah.
The whole thing in the industry for a long time has been that there's an absolute paucity of women directing films and series. That there's women, lots and lots of women across the industry, but when it comes to those big jobs, it's been predominantly male. Do you feel you get the same opportunities as your male counterparts, or maybe in the past you didn't, but it's changing?
I think it's really changing. I mean, I've been quite lucky because I sort of came up. I came up through the ranks, and I used to self-shoot a lot and do a lot of camera work. So I've come up in quite a predominantly male area, but I knew my craft, and I was. It was fine. I never really had any issues, really. But I think there are definitely more opportunities now, and I think there are some amazing women coming up through it, and obviously we're seeing the success of so many great female directors that's opening doors, and, it's that sort of sending the elevator back down for the others, and I feel that's happening now.
We're approaching hard times as a country in terms of the cost of living. Do you think that, in a way, that people are going to want more escapism, that they're going to want more sort of shows like this where they can just lose themselves?
Yeah, I think so. You look at the success of Bridgerton in lockdown as well. That was another one that is total escapism. I think people do love seeing that. But with this as well, it is important. Although they have wonderful, amazing, incredible lives and very big houses and wonderful kitchens and incredible locations. They do have good kitchens.
Amazing.
But, it's still, they have all the same messiness and complications as everyone else with certainly even the family.
Yeah, and I think there has been a shift since the pandemic, though. I mean, I don't know, I can't speak for the entire country, obviously, but, I think maybe there's less cynicism in a way, when we with our TV choices, we want to watch something that has heart and isn't ashamed of that, and isn't ashamed to say, we love, and we love strongly, and we feel things, and talk about, feelings in that way, in that kind of explicit way that Abby does.
And just to end, Dee, which is your favourite character?
Present company excluded.
I know, well,
Yes, exactly.
I can't pick someone that's not you in a minute. If that's,
Gosh, it's so hard. That's literally like asking someone to pick their favourite child, kind of.
I love them all equally.
No, I can't. Yeah, it's just. But it's not that you love them all equally, it's just that you love certain things about each of them so much. And I think, you know, any show that you do, and you probably feel the same with the things you pick, you have to love the script. You've got to really love the project because you've got to fall in love with every character. But there's a weird thing, though, where Ruth is exactly like my mother. It's really strange, which is always quite bizarre. But, yeah, I don't think I can pick.
OK,
It's
you're
really
not
hard.
going to... That's fine, you don't have to. And Fiona, excluding Rose, who was your favourite? Who's your favourite character?
Character. It's so hard because it's hard to separate the character from the actor now.
Yeah.
Right, OK,
So you know, it's hard to be like to talk about them without the performances because they're so part of who they are.
Well, let me ask you, what was your favourite bit about playing Rose? How about that?
Definitely playing with those people all the time, getting to play with Hannah and Nina, with Nicola and Annabelle and Debs.
Yeah, they're like the sisters everyone wants, really, I thought. So thanks so much. Thanks, Dee. Thanks, Fiona, for coming to talk to us today.
Thank you very much
for having us.
Loved it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.